Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to unbox this. This is by Innov, and it is a blind spot detection system for motorcycles. Even with turning your head, you miss that occasional car. And that's what the good people at INNOVV have made. So I'm really looking forward to unboxing this. This is the box that they sent me, and it is ready to open. On the side you have some info about this, but we're just going to slice this open and see what's in the box. Very nice packaging. Like, I am a big fan of product design, and I just want to show you this. Now that's pretty badass. They put magnets on the box. That is a great little touch. Look, maybe it's just me that fans out on box design and product design, but this is quite interesting, this box. And you can see here, this is just motorcycle touring. Looks like the big BMW GSs somewhere in Europe, probably Switzerland. This just kind of pops out. We push that in. We push this in, push that in. Nice little foam, and this is the business here. We're gonna pull this out. It's like I feel like I'm destroying a piece of artwork by destroying the opening up the box. And this is the instructions, and we have this. So that's just like a sticker. This is what's in the box. We're gonna have to pull this. That's a little baggie with hardware, including some 3M tape. Aluminum, it's made out of metal. In the back it says third eye, and this is the connector for it. It looks like some sort of bullet type of connector. These two little things are, this is what goes in your mirror, and it's got a left and a right, and it's labeled. It's got a light. I believe this is going to light up if there's something in your blind spot. The mirror adapters go into this. This is the INNOVV third eye. And this, on the back it says mirror version. Input 9 to 16 volts DC. Power consumption is 3.5 watts. Black and the red are what you connect to your battery. So it's very straightforward. You want to make sure that you somehow power it using the ignition and not directly to the battery. You can connect it directly to the battery, but what happens with that is that if you leave something running for a couple of hours, you might come back to a dead battery. So that's the INNOVV blind spot detection system for mirrors. They do have one that's a watch version, so if you want that, get that instead of this. But I'm very excited to install it on my bike, so let's go ahead and install it right now. Spread out the kit from INNOVV, the third eye, and these two wires are your positive and your negative, positive and negative. And then this goes into your mirrors, the left and right. Then this very large thick cable goes into the back of your bike. On this installation, I think I'm going to put it on my Honda ST1300. They do include additional 3M tape, so you can possibly just take it to another bike, so that's pretty nice. Off. There is an accessory circuit somewhere here that we can kind of tap into. Honda ST1300, we have fuses here, and there is an accessory socket. Now, on your bike, for example, you can tap into any other positive, or even connect it directly to the battery, but since that would keep this system always on, you don't want that. You can use connectors and connect them, say, to a headlight that only turns on when the ignition is on. But what I'm going to do is I have the fuses here. These are quick splice connectors, 18 to 14 gauge. We're going to use those like that. And now I'm going to put it on my existing accessories here. Just make sure the cable is in. And now make sure that both of the INNOVV system, just kind of push it in. And now all you have to do is close this. There we go. I think it's in there. Here is the negative, and we have one of these. You can get them at any Advanced Auto Parts or whatever, and that's just going to go into the battery side. So first I'm going to attach it and make sure that it's looped well, and then I'm going to take a crimper. I'm just going to crimp it down. Put it here on the negative terminal of the battery. If I did this right, there we go. So we have connection. Now it's a matter of just wiring things. And I found a way of putting it through. This was taped up with some hard tape, actually. So we're going to connect this. All right, connected. And we have plenty of space to kind of move this around. So if you wanted this to be more audible, we could still position this just a little bit more. Have the radar here with a cable, and we're just going to pull this to the front, and we have plenty of room. The things that they gave you, like all sorts of stuff to attach it to, but if you want to attach it to the light for the license plate, it's metal bracket and then the 3M tape, and then they gave you, this is the screw you're going to be using. It's kind of flat. Seems to be the best way for my particular bike. Here you clean everything really well. The adapter and the 3M tape. So when you tighten this, make sure you tighten the bolt here, because once we put the adapter, it's not going to be easy to install or to tighten. I'm going to attach this onto the backing plate, fit it, make sure it's absolutely right. INNOVV logo should go to the top. So it's going to be like this. And on the sides, you have the degree. So right now, we're just going to mount it, but then we're going to adjust it. I'm going to put it at 10 degrees. And then I'm going to look on the other side, make sure it's 10 degrees as well. Do this, that way we can route it properly. And now lift up on the tank and just slide this right underneath. I'm going to take this left one, and should be fairly easy to do. On the back, we have left, and what we're going to do is put the 3M tape on it. The logo is facing up, and now the wires, I'm going to take it, put it underneath here. Okay guys, I got the system all hooked up. It is hooked up to the ignition. The last thing we're going to do is test it out. I am very excited. So here you have the sensor, and I have to kind of like adjust it. I can still move it around, and I do have the wires kind of hanging off a bit, and that is until I finalize the install. So I'm going to turn on the bike, and you're going to hear two sounds, because I have a dash cam as well that talks. And keep in mind that this is the thing we're testing. There we go. They're both beeping. The right side is beeping and flashing. You can still adjust it. So I'm going to take the little tool that they provided so I can adjust it up and down. They say that it needs to be at 10 degrees, and it's at 10, but it's correctly mounted. The only thing we have to do is test it out. So let's go for a ride on it. Here we go, a car on the left passing, and the light did go on. The blind spot detection light on the left mirror went on, so that works really well. There's a car on the right, and the right mirror is on, and now the left one is also on. So both the lights are on, and now that I've stopped, it's turned off. Car approaching, light is on. So that's the way the system works, and I do love it. I love blind spot detection. Arguably, you can say that the blind spot detection systems in cars have saved a certain amount of motorcyclists' lives, and I think that is true. Car approaching the right lane, watch the light, watch the light, watch the light. There we go. He's in my blind spot. I can only see his rear wheels, and he's directly in my blind spot. I cannot see him at all right now. If you're a guy that likes gadgets like me, you'll appreciate the system. And I do love that this is finally coming for motorcycles. Think about it, all modern cars now have blind spot detection systems built into the mirrors. Why not these big motorcycles? It should be standard, I think, but the system works really well. Probably do is take that little controller that's under the seat and put it in a place where I can hear it, because it is a little bit more difficult to hear. But this little audio thing, it does give you the beeping as well, so you can hear it. And on the back I do have that radar, so if a car comes really quickly at you, it'll start beeping. So that's it. That's the INNOVV system. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll put a link in the description below where you can buy this. And thank you for watching. Make sure you hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm gonna go for a ride.